All right, and we are live. What up, players? Welcome to episode 150. What is it? 152 of Player Life. It is Tuesday, August 10th, here in Tokyo, Japan. Another hot day, summer's day. It is fucking hot. Yeah, it's like 34 degrees. Yeah, it's hot. Um, just went out, got my coffee. One thing about Japan is it's funny. Like if you go out, the one time you'll notice that Japan has a really aging population is if you go out, just go out anywhere on a weekday morning, just go to some shops or something, go to a supermarket. You're gonna notice then how much of an aging population Japan has. Um, yeah, it's just funny. It's just goddamn really long queues. Like you see people walking around that are like probably 100 years old. Like literally, like I don't think you see that in the West. You don't see 100-year-olds walking out and about. Um, yeah, you see people that look fucking old, really old. Um, Farhan in house. What's up, brother? What's good? Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Yes. So that was this morning. Um YouTube is, I just want to say another, like, fuck you to YouTube, because they're fucking with my, like, really, they did the most obviously, they're obviously trying to suppress this kind of content, but it's just funny actually. Like, even if I put up a video that had absolute, like, was perfect, had no curse words, had like no controversial topics or anything like that, it would still, they would still try and suppress it. And I actually had a really fucking, like, obvious example, not only suppression, but actually, like, a clear example of actually my channel being, like, attacked. I call it an attack. Like, so basically, I uploaded this video to just this video to YouTube called "Cold Approach Using Basic Japanese" a few days ago, and it had, like, I don't know, it didn't have that many likes, but it had like 11 likes. It had 11 likes, I think. All right. And then last night, I just looked at it to see what it was at, or how it was doing, or how many views it had. Just clicked on it. It had zero. It went down to zero likes, like zero. Like, that's what, like, and this video had, there was no, I don't think, I didn't even curse in it. There was nothing controversial about it. I was like, it's how to pick up Japanese girls using the Japanese language, just some basic, it was more of a language video, if anything, teaching, like, basic openers and whatnot. Crazy shit. Like, what the fuck. Like, I refreshed the page just to make sure, opened it on different browsers, checked it on my phone, and it stayed the same. And yeah, no, I have the proof here. One day ago, one like, 161 views. So it was at 11 likes, and then they bounced it down to zero, like zero likes. Insane. I did check it again just now, and it appears that it's back to, I don't know, they put it up to 10 likes and one dislike. But I have the screenshot, like, and like I said, it wasn't like just some glitch on the page. I refreshed it, I checked it multiple times, just because it was crazy. Like, I've known YouTube has definitely messed with my, the like count on some of my videos, because I've talked about it before. Like, it would, be like 15. One day it would be 15, then it would go down to 10 likes. It's just crazy. Like, and it's like, fuck, man, these guys are really, it's like, my channel is obviously tiny channel, like it's a small channel, like, but it's crazy. Like it's like they just, they obviously have it like flagged as a channel that isn't going to be allowed to grow, or like it's like they're like, okay, I'd love to know like what kind of algorithm or what is in place, like like what kind of system, what kind of program do they have like linked, how do they flag an account like mine? Like, is it, it's probably not like done by, manually. I doubt someone went in manually and said, oh, I'm going to remove these likes from this channel. I'm just wondering, like, I'm just curious about something like that. It's just like, what's going on? Like, what is their goal? Like, is it like, okay, we're gonna, if it gets 10, like, I don't know, but that was just such a, like, kind of an extreme example, like a very blatant, like, usually they'd obviously do it, make it kind of, they do it so that you can't really prove it, or that it's hard to prove, or they'd remove a few likes, or they might, who knows what kind of algorithm they'd have linked to it, where they don't allow it to get any more likes. But like, to remove all the likes, that's crazy. That is crazy. And like I said, I refreshed the page. I opened it in different browsers. I wanted to show it, but apparently they put up the likes again. But I have the screenshot. Just show it again once more. I have the screenshot. Like, there it is. They removed all the likes. Funny shit. Sneaky bastards. I don't know what is the deal with that. Fireman in house. What's up, brother? What's good? Hope you're well. Born yesterday. I think it's the other channels were sub too, aka other flag channels. Yeah, channels get flagged, and they get, I think, permanently put in the naughty corner. So a channel like this is obviously, it's put in the naughty corner. And I don't think you get out of that. I think it's like you're in that corner. You're like, you're a far right conspiracy theorist in the eyes of YouTube. So they're gonna put you in the naughty corner permanently. I don't want to sound pessimistic, but I think that's the way they operate. Yeah, but it is what it is. So it really makes me realize, like, it really doesn't really matter. The quality of the content doesn't necessarily relate to like count. It really doesn't. It doesn't necessarily relate to it, because we look at content and we think, oh, there's this many likes on it. It must be good, or it must be. But something like this makes me realize, holy shit, there's really a lot of fuckery going on in the background. Like, if they don't like the content, if the content goes against the mainstream narrative, or if it gets flagged or gets put in the naughty corner, they can just suppress it from like growing or getting any attention or getting new eyeballs on it. Weird, man. I don't know. Weird shit going on. Like, I'd love to know exactly, like, I'd love to know what kind of system is going on behind a channel like mine, or what kind of naughty corner is it put in? Is it like, oh, it gets 10 likes, we're going to remove 5, or we're going to stop it at 15 likes, or we'll allow it to get views, but we won't allow likes, or we'll allow a few likes, but we won't allow it to get views. I'm just curious. I'd love to know. But anyway, it is what it is. MLD did a stream about the beer bug the other night, and they removed it. Like, they just deleted the content. Like, just took down the video. I don't know what to think. It's like, they've been there. It's not surprising. I don't know. Honestly, that is not surprising, because we all know YouTube have been doing that for for a while now. Yeah, for a long time, especially since the whole beer bug thing came out. They've been removing like acclaimed scientists and doctors and people who have a contrary narrative, you know, about the whole beer bug. They were just, not only were they removed from YouTube, but they were also, you know, kind of ostracized from society, and had some of them had their jobs, you know, were fired from their jobs. You know, just what a crazy world we live in. What a wild, what a fucked up world we live in. Like, what a fucked up world we live in. It really, really boils my piss to think, you know, how much support, you know, how you know, just how cowardly people are, really. Um, how fucking cowardly people are, like in this day and age, in 2021, where people are voting in or demanding to have their freedoms taken away from them, you know, who are demanding that, you know, to be told to be, you know, to stay at home, to wear masks. Madness. Uh, madness. Yeah, it just really doesn't make me love humanity. I gotta say that 2020 was really was a catalyst for me. You know, I don't think I was ever a people person. I don't think I ever was like, I love like humans or whatever. Like, I mean, some humans are awesome, but you know, I but 2020 was like, holy fuck, most people. I don't like most people. It's I don't like most people. It's just like the God honest truth. Um, sounds harsh to say, but it is true. I mean, most people aren't interested in, you know, most people are just not interested in freedom. They're not. They just want to be controlled. They want to be told what to do, and it's bizarre to me. It's sick to me. It's fucked up, and I really hate them, to be honest. I hate these people, and it's fucked up because it's the majority of people. um, Born Yesterday says, I can't say female nature in the comments of any other channels. Wow, yeah, they're banning. That's wild. I don't know. It's like, what if you can't say something like that? Well, like, what can you say? It's like, what is going on? I don't know. You need to have, yeah, but I guess in this day and age, in this world we live in, you know, you need to have patience in a way. If you don't, like, if you can't tolerate it, you'll go nuts. Like, you'll actually go nuts. I heard in Australia, like, the army are on the streets enforcing lockdowns, enforcing people to stay in their homes. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, seriously, what the fuck is going on? Like, what the fuck is going on? The people are being locked in their homes for like, I don't know. It's just nuts. Like, nuts. I mean, I've been, you know, ever since this bear bug started, 2020. You know, I'm not saying this to be like, you know, I'm great. I'm like, I'm so brave. I'm like, I'm amazing. But I have never worn a mask on and any out in public or on any public transport anywhere in Tokyo. And it's just because I've always, you know, I've always questioned the narrative. I've always, you know, even at the start when I was worried, you know, when I actually thought it might be real, you know, even in January, February, March, I still didn't, you know, I was like, it's like, you know, I was listening to people who said the masks were not useful. And, you know, then when I realized, you know, around March, April, when my eyes started to open, when I started to see, you know, scientists and doctors getting, you know, shadow banned, canceled, deleted, removed, fired, I started saying, well, okay, this is weird. Like, if you know, if why would they need to, you know, censor these people? I mean, if you know, I don't know. The most obvious thing for me about this whole thing, is that you know, if this thing was real, and I'm not saying there isn't some kind of virus out. There's always been viruses. There's always been people have always been dying of different kinds of flus. Even young people, even young you just didn't hear about it in the news. It just wasn't a thing because it always happened. It's anyway. So it's just it's always been happening, and people. And that's why, in a way, they can get away with it because there is something there, and it's always been there, but they just never shone the light on it. And it's just insane. But yeah, it's what really makes me realize that it's it's fake. Basically, it's a scam. Is the fact that it's a political issue. It's politically divided. Like, it's a political issue. I mean, people who are pro-vax, for the most part, people who are pro-vaccine, pro-mask, pro all that stuff, they tend to be on the left. Like, you could, Biden supporters, like, you can put your money on it for the most part. Obviously there's people, conservatives as well, that are pushing the shit too, but for the most part, you can judge. Even if a conservative, does kind of believe it, they're not going to be as heavy about it. They're not going to be like, oh, they're probably going to say, want to give people choice. Like, it's so upside down, the whole narrative, the whole world. It's so upside down. Like, advertising campaigns. If it was like, humans want to stay alive. Humans enjoy being alive for the 99.999%. Like, some people kill themselves, but most humans don't want to die. Most humans. So, like, what is it? Oh, is it just that people, conservative far right Nazis, just want to die or something? That, like, what are lefties' explanations of it? It's like, no, I want, if it was real, if there was this deadly virus going around, I'd want to protect myself from it. I'd be worried about it, but I'm not. I never have. I've never been worried about it because I've always known, like, almost from the beginning. Not quite. I said before, I'll say it again. At the start, I kind of believed it was true. Very quickly on, within only a few months, I knew it was a scam. But ever since then, I've always, like, I've known. And there's people. Every country in the world has protests against it. If this thing was real, and here's a good analogy. You see these, you see these, like, fake prank videos. Like, one that comes to mind is, like, these obviously fake prank videos where people remember the selfie stick craze. I saw this prank on YouTube where this guy was running up to people with a lock cutter and, like, cutting the selfie stick while people were taking photos. And it's really obviously fake. Like, it's because it's obviously, he's doing it in a city, he's doing it multiple times. It's like criminal damage. You're obviously, when he cuts the selfie stick, the phone crashes to the fan, and you're obviously going to break people's phones too. So it's criminal damage, like, a lot, but it's very, like, anyone with any kind of social intelligence would understand that, it's like, it's obviously a prank. It's not real. Like, you're not going to do it. Like, you're not going to fuck with. I'm sure some people would do it out there, but this was fake. That's my point. It's obviously a fake prank. But you go into the comments section, and there's thousands of people. These viral prank videos and shit. There's fucking thousands of people saying, "Oh my God, how dare he do this? Doesn't he understand? He'll break the phones. Like, this guy should be arrested. This guy's a scumbag." It's like, these guys are falling for a prank like this. Do you understand that these guys are falling for a fucking YouTube viral prank? Of course they're going to fall for some, like, highly sophisticated global scam. Of course they are. Especially if it's propagated by governments and mainstream media, of course they're going to believe it. they believe a dumbass viral scam, a viral prank video. Of course, they're going to believe what the government are telling. What giant pharmaceutical um, uh, companies are telling them. They're gonna roll with it. Um, of course, they're. And there's tons of examples like that. I mean, there's another one that comes to mind was I think years ago. There was a video of a of a lion, like another YouTube thing. The title was "Lion Saves Baby Antelope" or something, and it's like, and you go into the comments section, and there's like thousands of comments saying, "Oh, humans have mistaken lions, and lions aren't as bad as people thought them to be." And it's like, the lion's obviously just like protecting its food. Like, you know what I mean? It's like people are so dumb. Most people are dumb. I'm not saying like there's a bell curve, obviously. Like, there's obviously very intelligent people too. Like, the extremely intelligent people are a small minority. I'm not saying I'm extremely intelligent at all, but I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying I'm not as dumb as the average person, the normie masses. And then again, on the other hand, you can actually have decently, like, intelligent people that are very socially idiotic, or very naive, or very easily manipulated. There are intelligent people, I mean, that are also easily manipulated. So there's obviously different kinds of intelligence as well. Common sense. You could be really intelligent, but your common sense could be really fucking bad. You could have bad common sense and do stupid shit, and believe stupid things. Um, uh, Nick K says, seeing something so widely advertised like the vaccine is a huge red flag for me. Absolutely. Advertisements for, yeah, there's just massive incentives for pharmaceutical companies to advertise it. How much were those, do you think they just manufactured these vaccines for free? No. Obviously, there was massive monetary gain on the cards for them. So that's why they went ahead, and regardless of whether it was necessary or not, they went ahead because there was absolutely massive contracts on the table. How much, I don't know, how much was the Pfizer vaccine worth? How much money are they going to get for that? Like, probably like billions. I don't know. I have no idea. How much money? Unbelievable amounts of money, probably. Insane amounts of money. So obviously they're going to advertise it. Vaccine contracts. I mean, yeah, between governments, just so much corruption, man. It's quite wild, man. Colin Donahue in the House says, two of the fundamental blunders are, one, believing preemptive attack is okay, and two, the idol worship of authorities and experts. These two allow for medical tyranny. Absolutely. Yeah. Believe all science. Follow the science. You're anti-science. You're crazy. These fucking idiots. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder would, like, because it clearly is it is a psychological war that's actually happening. And sometimes I wonder, would it be better if it was an actual war? Who knows? I don't know. Obviously, an actual war would be more obviously brutal, but in a way, this psychological war is just as brutal because it's so, like, I don't know, it's just damaging to people's psychology. It's creating so much so much disgust between people. I'm disgusted by lefties, and they're disgusted by me. Like, you know what I mean? It's like there's a genuine hatred amongst people, and I'm guilty of hating on them too. I just am, because I don't like what they stand for. They don't like what I stand for, and I don't know where to, you know, a good compromise would be that we agree to disagree, or we give people choice, but they don't seem to be interested in that at all. I'm always seeing all you know these things online where celebrities and whatnot, they, unvaccinated people mustn't be allowed to, do this, that, and the other. They mustn't be allowed to travel. We should only be allowed to travel. And it's like, these people, I can't have a compromise with these people. I hate these people. I'm disgusted by these people. I want war with these people. I want war with people who's telling me that I can't travel, that I must stay home. I must, do this, or I if I don't get the vaccine, I must, stay in my house, or I must go to prison. Or there's people out there that are calling for unvaccinated people to go, to camps and shit, to be locked away. I want war. I'd love to, I want violence with these people. I do. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm like, I would love to, because they, by imprisoning someone, by trying to imprison someone and take away their rights and freedoms, that is violence on them. That's them acting violent against me. Even trying to take someone's freedom of speech, that's an act of violence. That's that's infringing on someone. That's an aggressive move. So even all these platforms, because all these platforms are monopolies. These are like public squares. They're too big. So even a platform like YouTube censoring people, that's them in a way. That's them acting violent against people, because they're infringing on people. They're infringing on people's free speech. Um, you know, I don't know. Free speech doesn't really exist. I mean, a lot of Western countries, free speech literally does not exist. Like, literally, you can go to prison for saying things. You can go to prison for saying things in a lot of Western countries. You can go to prison for hate speech. You can go to prison for. You can get locked up. They can ruin your life. Western country, the world is a weird place now. I don't know what's going on. For me here in Japan, seems kind of. I'm very. I feel very much. I feel freer in Japan. I feel that I feel safer in Japan than I feel in Ireland. I think I'd be a target in Ireland. Um, I'd there'd be a there'd be a red flag on me anyway. If I was in Ireland, honestly, it'd be tough for me. Damn, it would be real tough for me to live in Ireland, because I'd have to live amongst all the normies, and I'd it would just be a constant, exhausting battle, because the one of the most amazing things about Japan is people don't bother me. Like, I don't wear a mask. I don't wear a mask. I'm not getting the vaccine. No one bothers me. Luckily, as of yet, anyway, it's been a long time, but no one ever bothers me. That's why, I just can't. I don't know how I'm going to react when someone tells me, when someone comes at me like in public to tell me, like, gets aggressive with me, telling me why aren't you wearing a mask? Why are you? How dare you? I don't know. Maybe I'll freak out. Maybe I'll just lose my. Maybe I'll just go nuts at them, because I'm not used to having someone infringe on me like that. It's a complete infringement on someone's freedom to demand that they wear a mask. Masks are disgusting things. You put it on, you feel like you can't breathe properly. There's horrible taste in your mouth. It's nasty stuff. And for some random fuck on the street, some random cunt, come up to you, thinking that they can tell you to do that. They don't know you. They don't fucking know who you are. Like, thinking that they can get in your way and get in your life to tell you to do that. Yeah, I really, man, I just want to stay out of that environment because I don't I don't think I'd handle it very well. I don't know if I would. I would not handle that shit. Farhan says, pretty sure that beerbug virus was conceived in a lab to reduce the amount of people in the world. Who knows, man? If they did, it was piss weak. It was piss weak. But just think of, even think about the fact that they shut down the world. So probably a lot less people met, men and women, out in social life, and would have had, and obviously would have had a lot less sex, and therefore would have conceived a lot less children. So on a global scale, I wonder, compared to normal years before the beer bug, what was the rate of birth? What was the birth rate for 2021 or something like that? Was it significantly less? It must be. It must have been. People not being able to meet up, chicks, women in particular being very prone to, believing the mainstream media, going along with the narrative. They were, they're more likely to not comply with, they're more likely to comply with government regulation, government rules, so they're going to stay home. They're not going to, there's probably a lot of chicks out there that didn't even meet their boyfriends because the government said they're not allowed to, Nick K says, in Bill Gates' words, the globalists want population control. Yes, indeed they do. He's publicly talked about it, and yet people don't listen. Yes, indeed. There's lefty chicks out there that very well. There's this whole narrative amongst lefty chicks now, that they hit the wall, and their eggs are drying up. So as a cope, or their eggs have already dried up. So as a cope for dealing with that, they come out with the idea that they start saying, "Oh, I'm not going to have kids because I want to protect the planet. I want to save the planet." Yeah, that's a mad cope. Born Yesterday says, vaccines so safe they have to bribe and threaten us to take it. Yeah, and it's outright threats at this point. Outright threats. Unbelievable. Wild times, man. Just crazy. Fair play to Dana White from the UFC. Putting on these massive events. And it's just crazy because it's so obvious that we don't need social distance, we don't need vaccine, we don't need masks. It's all just madness. It's all just trying to divide and conquer. If this shit was real, you don't even need to be a fucking scientist to know this shit is fake. You just need common sense. You just need to look around you, like go out into the world, look around you. This shit was like a deadly, some kind of insane virus going around. You would know, you'd have friends and family that have died or almost died, and no one knows anyone or people. And even you got to be skeptical about, even the people that have died from the so-called beer bug. Would they have died already? What was wrong with them before? Were they already going to die? Like I said before, all this beer bug shit, people were dying from viruses and flus all the time. It was always happening. It always will happen. We're organic creatures. I kind of blanked out there for a sec. Anyway, Nick K says, hell, they just passed forcing the government employees to take it. Part of the reason I decided not to join the military. Yeah, well, good job on that one. Danny Arnold says, every one of my family members is as you are describing. Every one of them are dip shits. NPC, lefty, libtard, moron, sheep. Yeah, man, I gotta say, my family are not far off the mark too. But you can't. The crazy thing about the finding the red pill is you gotta find. I've realized that I think you have to find it yourself. You can't really lead people to it. You can't make people RP aware. You can put out content and people have to kind of come to it. But if you start trying to, red pill people, chances are they're just going to think you're nuts. Like they're genuinely going to think you're nuts. And we think they're nuts, and it's just a so that's why it's often a very futile endeavor to try and red pill your family or people they're not going to take it well, and they're going to think you're nuts. Something has to happen. You have to kind of come across it yourself. That's what happened to me. I mean, you come across it, you find it, and you start realizing, what's really up. Colin says, yep, them saying that they have to inject and imprison you, attack you first for safety because you might harm someone. That's a preemptive attack against you. It's never legit. It's just abusive control. 100%. Abusive control. Not good. I've gone off on a total tangent. But so today I want to talk I want to talk about the idea that you need patience if you're going to live the player lifestyle. If you genuinely, like, when you're dealing with women in general, no matter what, like if you're in a relationship, you're going to need patience. And I would say, yeah, you do need it, no matter what. Dealing with people in general, like you'll need some amount of patience. But especially when you're living like the player lifestyle and you're meeting a lot of new women, like no matter how good your game is, you're always gonna you're gonna run into girls that are flaking, girls that are ghosting, girls that stand you up, girls that waste your time. It's the con of, there's pros and cons to everything, and it's one of the cons of having sex with a lot of women is that you're going to run into women that waste your time, women that flake on you, things like that. Um, so you need a certain amount of patience. But you know, last week I had 3 girls flake on me, 3 girls. Um, and for a lot of guys, that would be like, oh shit, that would make them kind of like very jaded about the whole pickup thing, or it would be like, oh, getting flaked on 3 times, and yeah, of course it's annoying. Like, time's important to me. But the thing is, I kind of know that it's part and parcel of the game. Females by their nature are flaky. Like, it's one thing when you learn this much about game, when you learn this much about pickup, you learn these uncomfortable truths about female nature. And it's just like, even chicks that you can end up like successfully, smashing or whatever, they can be originally they can flake on you, and that's where a little bit of patience can come in. Like, that's why there's some circumstances when a girl is so disrespectful in the way she flakes or whatever, that it you know it means, you should block her or delete her or just completely forget about her. But there's other times when, maybe it's still disrespectful, but you know there's a chance you could still smash if you have a little bit of patience, um so you gotta understand that it's gonna happen. No, like, if you're trying to live the player lifestyle and you're trying to have sex with multiple women, there's no way you can avoid meeting girls. Like, it's gonna happen. You're gonna have girls cancel. You're gonna have girls stand you up. You're gonna have girls waste your time. But that is why you have rules in place. That is why you have boundaries. That is why you have systems in place, so that you don't get these girls taking advantage of you. You don't let these girls walk over you. And most importantly, so that you don't become a pathetic beta orbiter twerp that like keeps coming after girls that are not interested in you, that are only going to waste your time. That's why you have blueprints. That's why you have rules. That's, like, we call it the 3-strike rule. Different things like that, so that you don't like allow yourself to go down this bad path of chasing after girls that are just fucking like gonna waste your time, and where the juice is just not gonna be worth the squeeze, as they say. Um, you know. But yeah, like I said last week, I think it was last Wednesday. Um, last Wednesday, yeah, I had a date with a girl. No, sorry, it was Friday. Supposed to meet her. I was supposed to meet her at like 2 p.m., but I was actually okay that she flaked, because she said before, she made an excuse before. I can't remember what she said even. Let me see if I can find it, because I'm actually supposed to meet her today again, because this is one of the ones where patience for her flaking might pay off. Where is it at? Yeah, that's the thing. When you do, sometimes you get you arrange all these dates, and then you kind of forget about them. That's a good like hot dude problems to have. But uh yeah, so what did she say? Yeah, she hit me up before, the night before. Yeah, we're supposed to meet on Friday. She hit me up the night before and said, oh, like, her job, she got her job called her, and she needs to go in. Can we arrange for another day? So this is an example of a girl where you show patience, because she didn't she let me know, like, in plenty of time, and she also suggested another day. So that shows that she did have interest, still did have interest in meeting another time. An example of a girl that would be much more disrespectful would be if she hit me up like half an hour before the date and said, "Oh, my job called me. I've another job," and that's it. And she didn't say sorry, and she didn't suggest another date. That's disrespectful. That's fuck you. You know, you either block them or permanently. In a way, like in a way, I don't know if I don't see the benefit of blocking chicks. I don't see the benefit of it. Um, I don't see the benefit of it. I just prefer to put them in the permanent Netflix and chill category, as in um they even if they're they really disrespectful, they stand you up, whatever. Um, you just punish them by putting them like originally you're supposed to go for a date with them, whatever it may be. Um, but since they stood you up, no, they don't. They the only place you're going to meet them from now on is if they come to your place for Netflix and chill. That's it. That's it. So that's the categories they've put themselves in by being super disrespectful to you, by wasting your time, not respecting your time. The cold hard truth is most chicks don't respect your time. They don't give a fuck about your time. Chicks in general don't give a fuck about your time as a guy. They'll waste your time, they'll flake, they'll cancel, and sometimes it can be really fucking annoying because especially the worst kind of flake is when imagine you have two girls, right? You know, it's good. It's hot dude problems to have. It's a good problem to have, like honestly. But like, you have two girls, you're like, you can meet, you're potentially able to meet both of them, and then you choose one, and then that one girl flakes, and then you miss the opportunity to meet the other girl. That's happened to me plenty of times, and it's really fucking annoying. But you will run into it without a doubt. You're gonna it's gonna happen to you. Like if you're trying to live this lifestyle of having sex with new girls all the time, it's gonna happen to you. But it's the downside. But for me, honestly, the upsides, the pros are just like it is worth it in a way. It's annoying you deal with this shit. And but you can minimize the damage by having systems in place, having boundaries, having rules, because you don't want to get walked over too much. You don't want to get walked over at all. But I mean, you know, there's a you can't predict some things. It's like it's impossible. You can't control someone, so you can't. We're all individuals. Everyone has free will. So I mean, a chick decides to flake on you. You can't predict that sometimes. Um, Another one was okay. So that was yeah. Anyway, so another one was on Saturday. So I was out. Um, when was it? Yeah, it was like last weekend or something. And I gamed this chick. Um, I can't remember which day it was. It was some day, but I was out in a spot. I saw this chick. I gamed her. I wanted to get her on an immediate date, so I actually spent about 20 minutes with her. You know, talking with her. There was a lot of there was good chemistry between us. Actually, it was like as I was holding her hand while talking to her. There was really good chemistry, and it was obvious. Like there was good eye contact. She was hot too, and she was attractive. So the way this one flaked was very surprising and very annoying. Um, so yeah, I set up the date. Um, Actually, I was going to meet her. I asked her when she was free. She said, "I'm free on Friday night or Saturday afternoon." And I canceled. I would have chosen Friday night, but what was it? I thought I was going to meet the other girl. So these kind of conflicts, I had I was going to meet the other girl that also flaked, but at the time I thought I was still going to meet her. So I said, yeah, Saturday afternoon. Sorry, I have plans on Friday night, so let's meet up Saturday afternoon. So that's an example of, potentially being able to meet two girls and one of them flaking and then missing out on the other one. But anyway, I said Saturday afternoon, right? Come around. We'll have pizza. I'm gonna pull the pizza scheme. Where we go and I get a takeout pizza and we eat it at my place. But yeah, so it rolls around. It's like we're supposed to meet at 3 p.m. Rolls around. It's like 2:30, and she hits me up. She says, "Sorry, I'm gonna be a little bit late." I said, "Oh, no, that's fine, no problem. What time are you gonna arrive?" And she said, and then she responds by saying, "I can arrive at 3:30 if it's in such and such a place." And that place was completely different to where she was supposed to come. She knew she was supposed to come. We'd originally arranged to meet at my area. She knew that was the meeting spot. She was going to come there. She knew the station. She knew everything. So yeah, she said it can be at 3:30 if we meet at such and such a spot. So yeah, these games, these tricks, no, I mean, I'm obviously not going to go to that spot. No way. Not going to happen. Like, so, I just said, oh no, just come here. I know a good pizza restaurant. But yeah, she just pretty much, she said, like, she was kind of, on to, she obviously was on to what was going on. Like, I mean, she said, oh, I don't want to go to that area if we're going to go to your house. And I was like, well, okay, well, that's fine. We were going to go to a pizza restaurant, but that's fine. So yeah, she pretty much flaked. I mean, it was pretty much canceled. Yeah, so Friday flake, Saturday flake, and funny enough, Sunday flake as well. Like a bad string. Like, but it's very unusual that you get. It's not unusual that you get flakes, but this was a bad string of flakes, to be honest. So Sunday, I met this girl a while ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. I met her when I was, just walking along the street. She was coming across the traffic lights, real hottie. I kind of, halfway, I met, like, she locked eyes with me. So, I doubled around and, walked alongside her, started talking to her, got her contact. She was on her way to Hawaii. She had a suitcase. She was going traveling. So I don't know. People are traveling again. I guess that's pretty cool. But yeah. So got her contact. She was very receptive, very keen. Like, got exchanged Instagram contact. She sent me a message immediately. I'll contact you when I'm back. Like, very kind of receptive things. So I said, yeah, have a nice trip. Hit me up when you're back. And she did. She hit me up when I'm back. When she came back, like, out of the blue, she hit me up, which is kind of fucking rare for chicks. But anyway, she hit me up on Saturday night, and I was like, yeah, cool. Let's meet up. When are you free? And she said, I'm free tomorrow, which was Sunday. I got flaked on Friday night, flaked on Saturday. Boom, we're on Sunday. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap up the weekend with a chick. It's gonna be all good. Same fucking thing. So we arranged a time. At the spot, it was gonna be 5 p.m. at my spot. And boom, she hits me up. She says, hey, she told me that she was going to be meeting a friend until 5. So she hit me up at around 5 p.m. on the dot. She said, hey, I'm just finished up with my friend. Can you meet me in such and such a spot? completely different spot that she knew she had to come to. Again, these games. Obviously, no. I said, you know, uh, I said, I can't remember exactly what I said because I deleted the. This is another reason why I like Instagram, because when girls are very disrespectful to you, you can just unfollow them. You don't block. You don't need to block. Don't block them. I don't, like I said, I don't see the point value in blocking girls. It's more. It's better just unfollow them. Show them that you know, you unfollow them. This girl is permanently relegated to Netflix and chill. I'm not going to go on a date with this girl. I swear to God, I'm not going to go. Like, this is why you have boundaries. You have rules in place. Like, she can come, we can meet, but she has to come. Like, we're doing Netflix and chill. She completely did not respect my time. I was, I had, expected to meet her 5 p.m. I could have made other plans, could have done something else, but I waited until 5 p.m. and then suddenly she asked me to meet in a completely different spot. Like, so yeah, that's why you have these rules in place. You have these boundaries in place, and it's just, I'm not going to tolerate someone disrespecting my time like that and thinking that. And obviously she's very naive. I was like, no, sorry, no, I'm not. No, we can't meet at that spot. You should come here. And then she was like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't come there today. And then I just didn't respond. I just unfollowed, deleted the message, and that's it. I mean, she's done. Like, she's out. I mean, she hits me up again, which she's probably not gonna. It'll be like, yeah, we can meet, but yeah, come, we'll watch a movie or something. And she'd be like, oh, watch a movie? What do you mean? In the theater? No, I have Netflix. You watch a movie in my house. That's the only option on the card. You have to have these boundaries, like, you really do, because you'll get very much disrespected. On the other hand, I got to be honest about it. Like, the thing is, how much are you willing to pay for sex? And just hear me out. We all pay for sex, and we pay for sex either by money or by time or by both. And the thing is, I probably leave a lot of pussy on the table, as in, I don't fuck a lot of women that I could fuck because I don't go down the route of going on dates with them, because time is money. Like, I mean, like, I could have went and met this girl, fallen into her frame, done 3 dates, and then, had sex with her. But that's fucking time. How long is that going to take? That's probably going to take at least 3 weeks, minimum 3 weeks. I'm trying to smash on the first date because I know all these girls have given it up before. It's like I don't want to have to pay more for something that's been given away for free. You get me? So everyone, you should all think like that. Value your time. Don't allow your time to be disrespected. It will happen. That's the thing, though. It's inevitable. Your time, it will be disrespected. It will be disrespected. That's exactly why you have rules in place. That's why you have boundaries. That's why you have blueprints. That's why you have system. You know what I mean? You have a system. You have a system to bang chicks. It works. You don't need to change it. It'll work for your whole life. But, chicks will disrespect your time. It will happen. I got flaked on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Boom. But the thing is, I know that a lot of guys get disheartened by that. I'm annoyed by it. It's annoying for sure. I'm human. Like, obviously, who wants their time wasted? But on the other hand, I know that easily next week it could be the opposite. It easily could have been I smashed a girl on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There's been times in the past where I've banged 7 new girls for each day of the week. Monday, new girl, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I mean, I think the longest streak I've ever had of banging new girls consecutively is like 8 or 9 days, like consecutive. I mean, it's possible for anyone to do. It's like, how much work are you willing to, how much sourcing are you willing to do? Trust me, to get like 8 or 9 lays in a row, you have to get rejected a fucking lot. Like, because for each lay you get, in general, there's going to be a lot of girls that rejected you in general. And you know what I mean? That's the way it is. This is like, it sounds very, kind of like, cold or whatever, but this is the reality of getting laid for men. Like, the reality, women don't understand this shit. They don't understand that for men, it's not easy to get laid. Like, it's not. Like, we have to really pursue it. Like, so as a man, if you're able to get laid, like, fucking, if you're able to get laid like 8 or 9 days in a row with 8 or 9 different girls, that's some serious fucking game. And that takes some serious like effort. Like, that takes some serious like logistics, everything lining up, like for going out, getting a ton of lines, like arranging the dates, like that's not easy to do. Like, that's really hard to do. Like aligning them up. But yeah, it's just you will have bad streaks, you'll have bad luck, you'll have, but equally you're gonna get lucky as well. Like I said, you could have, it will happen, you will have girls disrespect you. Then the next week, you'll turn it around and you'll smash 3 brand new girls 3 days in a row. It's the name of it. It's the nature of the beast. It's the nature of the beast. But yeah, it's part and parcel of the game, man. You're gonna run into like annoying girls that like waste your fucking time, completely disrespectful to you, that that will ghost you. That, yeah, it's gonna happen. But yeah, I'm used to it at this point. I'm used to it, but it's still annoying. That's the point I'm trying to say. But yeah, I just gotta say, like, you just gotta be tenacious and have patience. You have your boundaries, you have your rules, and you kind of stick by them. You know, like I said, the girl that flaked on Friday, they were supposed to meet on Friday. The first girl, the one who let me know in advance, I'm supposed to meet her in an hour. We'll see if she comes through this time. And if she doesn't come through, I mean, it's obviously over with her. She's like, I don't even know about it. Netflix, I don't know what I'll do. But anyway, I'm supposed to meet her in an hour. Let's see if she redeems herself. And that's the nature of the beast. We'll see what happens. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna cut it there. As usual, like, comment, subscribe. YouTube's obviously fucking with me. I talked at the start of the show about like I can't believe they did that. Like, no, I can't believe it. I'm surprised they did it so blatantly. And then it's really weird how they fucking put up the likes again. Just once more, I just want to like show you how much they're fucking with this channel. Like, the video about cold approaching in Japanese. They removed the 11 likes that were there. They removed them. They were gone. Like, there's one like 1 day ago, 161 views, one like. Like I said, I refreshed the page. I checked it on different browsers, Firefox, Chrome, Safari. I checked it on my phone. They were gone. Like, the likes were gone. I just checked it again now, and there seems to be 10 likes again suddenly. But still, I mean, I don't know. It's just obviously fucking with the channel. Like, they're obviously doing that. Yeah, so I don't know. Fuck YouTube. Yeah, fuck them. But yeah, guys, have a good night, day, afternoon, morning, wherever you're at. I'll be back on Wednesday for another episode of Player Life. So until then, peace out, guys. Bye bye.